What's up, beautiful Sagittarius gang? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have all the Saggies out there with me today. Despite what is happening globally, I'm just going to continue to trek on and do whatever it is that I do here on YouTube. Yeah, so sending love and light and peace and healing vibes to everybody who needs it. But yeah, let's try and be optimistic, especially if you are at home kind of doing the whole quarantine thing. Yeah, let's do some tarot for entertainment at very minimum, right? So I'm going to skip over monthly generals. I will circle back to them, but right now I just feel like we need love messages. So we're going to do love messages. This will very likely be romantic in vibe or, you know, in tone, however you want to say it. But for some of you, this could be familial love. This could be something about you and your best friend or a parent or someone close to you, right? So take it as it resonates. Here on YouTube, I do general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Sagittarians out there. It's up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Ultimately, I ask that you only take away the messages that resonate with you, that serve you in some capacity, motivate you, inspire you, illuminate you to something new, or confirm something you needed to hear. Everything else about this video will be down in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Check out any of those platforms if you are at all interested in learning more about me and what I do with tarot. Other than that, we're going to hop in for my Sagittarians. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in or someone from your past. If anything feels strange or foreign, drop it like it's hot. That means it's a message for someone else, in which case you can release it, okay? So your energy is coming up as Four of Cups. Okay. Undecided is the term I heard for that. Sometimes this can be a card of boredom or complacency, maybe moodiness. But yeah, emotionally, it's like what stands before you is no longer fulfilling. So I think you're in some sort of assessment of leaving maybe someone or something behind. But then with this typical depiction of the Four of Cups, there's the question of, do you see this other opportunity and are you turning your nose up at it? Or is it the opposite, that this blessing is trying to come into you, but you're so focused on these that you're not seeing it? I tend to think that that's what's going on, but let's go ahead and clarify it. Why is Sagittarius coming up as the Four of Cups? Emotionally, there's a sense of lack here. So what came out is the Six of Wands. All right. So I take that to mean that you've recently accomplished something in your life of which you are quite proud. There's a sense of, there's a sense of pride here. It doesn't necessarily mean ego, but it's funny. It may have to do with like kicking ass at work or again, just a personal achievement or accomplishment. There is kind of a sense of, why is the person that I'm thinking of not noticing? Interesting. So you may be crushing on someone, but you feel like they're out of reach or out of touch, or there could be emotional distance between you if you're already with someone. I want to throw one more on this. It could be a Leo that you're dealing with. But yeah, it's like the cup that you're trying to give to them, you don't think they're taking, or vice versa. Oh, you got a lot of cards here. I don't know if I can take all these. The King of Cups, Strength. Yeah, there's someone that you want to give your cup to, that you look up to. Yeah, someone that you hold in very high regard. The Empress. It could be a Taurus or a Libra or a Leo. But you're coming out of some sort of difficult argument with them with the Five of Wands. That can be competition or conflict or arguments, like zesty, heated, passionate discussions. So maybe you're, okay. I actually think that this could be that you're struggling to offer up an apology, because maybe you are a little bit set in your ways or unwavering in thinking that you were, correct or incorrect, or however you want to say it. Yeah, it's sort of like you're sulking or you're moping. You may have like gotten in trouble with the wife or the husband or however you want to say it, and you're kind of just like, well, I was right. It actually, now that I'm kind of seeing the clarifiers, it does have that sensibility about it. That's not for everyone, right? But that's for some of you. Let's look at where you're at mentally. That might give us some more clarification here. So where your head is at. All right. Well, that's the complete opposite. That's like, woohoo, it's awesome. We're free. Life is great. Actually, that's so Sagittarian. I love it. So this is typically a card of Leo. It doesn't have to be. So are you thinking about a Leo? That's possible. Another fellow fire sign, right? Some of you, again, if you're in like a marriage or a long-term commitment and you have children with this person, you may actually be going to hang out with the kids because it's almost like someone has put you in the naughty corner, Sagittarius. And so you're looking for other outlets where you're not sensing like that hostile energy, or you're not feeling like, yeah, like sort of caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You literally may be going out to like hang out with your kid or hang out with your friend or whatever, because it does seem to be like there's weirdness on the home front. I'm sensing that there was some sort of argument, and okay, yeah, I don't know, maybe with the Six of Wands coming out with the way it did with everything else, maybe there is a sense of pride there. Maybe there is a sense of not giving in, or not admitting when one has done something wrong, or Sagittarius, I can't. It's so funny. All right. What is the Sun card about in your mental plane? You have the Sun again. So wanting rebirth, wanting regrowth, wanting rejuvenation. There's definitely like a more sexual aspect to this as well. And then the Ace of Cups. All right. Gosh, Sagittarius. I feel like I'm getting messages for like 3 different people right now. Give me just a second because I want to absorb the one that's coming through the most, but it's a little bit muddled. Just give me 1 second here. There's also a message about almost an assured victory with someone that you hold them in very high regard, but you've convinced yourself that it could never be, or that you shouldn't go after it. You feel like you're going to be blocked emotionally if you were to reach out to this person. But with these cards, there is sort of something about a reconciliation with an Ace of Cups starting fresh, starting with like a clean slate, particularly if it is with another fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could have been someone, as I said, that there's been some confusion. There's been maybe a little bit of chaos. There's been maybe some tempers, words thrown back and forth that you didn't necessarily mean. A fight, right? The lion and the unicorn are fighting for the crown. That's sort of what I mean there. There's an aspect to this of no one wants to admit that they were wrong, or both people think that they're right. And it could absolutely be the mother of your children, or the father of your children. Yeah, you have 2 cards indicating like the maternal energy with the Empress, and then the King of Hats is like the King of Love, but I do frequently see this card as like a father dynamic too. It could be someone who's very much in tune with their faith or their spirituality. But yeah, it's like trying to get the sun to come out again, like pushing like the clouds away, the gray, the heaviness, and reviving a relationship with happiness and joy, but also passion, sexual passion, right? The Ace of Cups. Some of you may be thinking of having children, and maybe that for a long time that was a topic of discussion that your partner wasn't willing to engage with you in, and it always resulted in some sort of argument about we don't have enough money, or we don't have enough this, or we don't have enough that. But even if that's the case, Sagittarius, I do feel like it's actually going more in that direction of, all right, well, let's try and have kids. Like that's, with these 2 cards in particular, that's sort of what I'm getting from this. It is the card of Leo, but the house of children and childhood too. Yeah, wanting to restore vitality, wanting to restore life and warmth within a relationship, and to be freed from mental blockages and emotional blockages. Goodness, this is complicated, Sagittarius. So let's see emotionally where you're at. The Magician. All right, this is so weird. All right. It's not weird. I don't mean it like that. Just it's convoluted because your energy is coming off as sort of like emotionally distant or confused. But then when you have the Magician coming up in emotions, that to me is like, I'm confident. Like, everybody look at me. I'm conducting magic over here. I'm the master manifester. So emotionally, are you taking some sort of risk that perhaps you weren't willing to take in the past? Maybe that's what's coming in. Maybe you decide to reach out and grab that cup. Again, if it represents the idea of having a new baby or going after a new relationship, You're really thinking about it. There's a sense of, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this, but I mean, so subconsciously, intuitively, are you ready to like kind of take the bull by the horns? Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. I don't know why that phrase came out. But yeah, maybe you decide to move forward with something and there's some sort of illumination here. There's some sort of insight, maybe an epiphany of what it is that you wish to create. The master creator, the master manifester. And yeah, a lot of you creating children is sort of what's on the mind. This is a card of Gemini and Virgo, if that means anything. It's Mercury energy. So, okay, maybe it's just you get communication back in order. If you have been going through some sort of fight or arguments, someone rises to the occasion, someone chooses to raise their vibrations, someone chooses to be the bigger person. That's what this could be, and restore, rebalance the communication that was maybe off kilter. And because I did mention that it was a card of Mercury, maybe that has to do with Mercury retrograde. Maybe there was some sort of tussle or some sort of, argumentation, or is that even a word? You know what I mean. Some sort of argument or miscommunication that happened, that occurred. And yeah, emotionally, you're wanting to step up and fix it, create something new. Let's see, emotionally, why is Sagittarius the Magician? Something about you're capable of feeling so much more. So if you are settling in a relationship or you're in a relationship where you're just not feeling it anymore, know that there are good things that can be created either from this or to branch out and go out on your own and create something new. It's a card of confidence for me. And also a card of, I don't know why it would be coming up in your emotions here, but it is a card of the idea of being a magic act, being in entertainment, being the star, being center stage. For me, it's something about the magician. You just can't look away. It's almost too good to be true. You can't believe what's happening right in front of you. So is that how you imagine someone else, or vice versa? Is that how, and that to me makes sense. Sagittarians always have lots of cross watchers. It's the idea of people are fixated on your beauty, on your magic, on your spirituality, there are qualities about you that people just can't look away. They're fascinated by your energy. But because it's coming up in your emotions, either it's indicating there is some cockiness or there is some ego here, or the opposite, you're looking up to someone else thinking, oh my God, they're amazing. Like, I want to be just like them. But then with this, I'm wondering, is it, I could never go after this cup because I'm not good enough. As I'm saying, there's like two very different messages coming out here. So I'm hoping we'll get more clarity when we go into your person. Why is the Magician coming out for Sagittarius and their emotions? The Queen of Wands. All right. So again, that is your fire suit. Yeah, honestly, whether you're male or female, I think this indicates that you're actually looking at someone else that you hold in very high regard. You're amazed by them. You think just they're a stupendous, wonderful, delightful person. Something about you want to follow their lead, so they may be in a career that you're looking to break into. You may have put them on a pedestal a little bit, but I will say you're also very sexually excited about them. Like, you fantasize about them and what it would be like to, sleep with them and be with them and all that. But there is a surface level to this. So I don't know if this is someone else coming into the spread, or I kind of get the impression that you're not really dating this person yet. I think you know them, you may interact with them on occasion, but it's almost like all this combative and quarreling energy. That feels like it's your current relationship, or maybe it's not even romantic. Maybe you're fighting with your brother or your dad, or you're this or you're that, your mother, right? Your child. Outside of that, it's like your emotional relief is it's sort of like spend time in daydreams thinking about this person that you're very excited about. You may have even told your mother that you have like a little crush on this person, or even your grandmother. And I don't think you've revealed all of like the sexy details of what you're picturing doing with them, but yeah, there is something kind of sexual about it. And again, it's more fantasy though. I don't think you've actually acted on this. So let's go ahead and see what your action is regarding all this. Your Nine of Cups. I think you are going to go after your wish fulfillment, and I do think in a sense, it is this person. Now, I will say this. because there's a sense of illusion, you don't totally know what is going to become of this. I think part of you in a very Sagittarian way, it's like, I'm just going to go for it. Like, you know, YOLO, you only live once, right? You know, you picture this person being the end all be all, your wish fulfillment, your 9 of Cups. That's cool. I think you're going to go after it eventually, but you might be surprised because so much of this is you putting them up on a pedestal and like fantasizing or fetishizing something about them. If this relationship does actually come to fruition, you might be surprised, and I don't think that you won't be attracted to them. But yeah, there's something about the surface level of what you see is different than the interior. The Wheel of Fortune, though. So yeah, I think if you do go after this, you will be warmly received. There will be good reception from this person. I think this person actually equally looks at you as... I do want to say that you guys work together. They look to you as someone that they equally admire, a good counterpart. So, I mean, it is coming up with the Wheel of Fortune. I do think this relationship or this friendship or whatever it is, it's going to expand in a positive way. But it does involve action on your part, I think, to move it, to progress it forward. Yeah, some of you are choosing to go after someone and leave behind the person that you're currently with, who I think it's sort of like you've run out of love. That's sort of what I'm getting. It's like the cup is empty. You have nothing left to give in a relationship where it's combative. It's one argument after another, and no one's wanting to admit that they were wrong or come down off their high horse. I kind of get the impression that you're done with this, Sagittarius. I think you're moving to a relationship that offers you much more warmth, much more contentment, just much more love. I think you're ready for that fresh new cup because whatever you have in front of you, it's no longer satisfying. It's no longer quenching your thirst. I think you're going after something new with someone, but because there's 3 people in this card, it's like you've decided to focus your attention from one to the other. Very interesting. It could be another Sagittarius. It could also be a Pisces or a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Let's see where your person is at. So they are presenting as the Queen of Swords. All right, so some major air energy there, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're studying you from afar, but yeah, I don't think there's much action being taken there. They might be reading up on you. If you've applied to a job with them, they may be looking over your resume or looking over your file, mostly because they're curious is sort of what I get, but they're very even-keeled, they're very even-tempered, which I think is what you need after this. The person you're currently with, or maybe an ex who is very kind of, I hate to say it, sorry crosswatchers, but kind of like crazy town. That's sort of what I'm getting with this person. They like to needle you, and they like to stir the pot and like mix it up with you because it's almost like that was the only passion you guys experienced after a long time, was just the arguments. At least there was some emotion involved, but it's like, it's not really the emotion you want, right? It's like the love ran out. This person is very even-tempered, even-keeled. I think, again, they're watching from afar, but I don't think that they're rushing in to set any firm plans with you. But they are interested, I will say that. So mentally, where are they at with you, Sagittarius? The 4 of Wands. Ooh, they could potentially see you as a solid foundation. Something about they question gaining access to you because I think they think that you're taken, or something about you're guarded, or you have gatekeepers. It's like they picture you kind of up on a pedestal as well. They're very intrigued by you, the fire sign, right? This is sometimes the soulmate card, I will say, the 4 of Wands, but it's almost like, I just heard you shall not pass go. Is that a Monopoly term? I don't know what that means. Maybe that means something to someone. It's like they see you as being very difficult to get to. You may constantly be surrounded by people, friends. They may intuitively know that you're still kind of in a relationship or getting out of a relationship. And I actually am sensing they're a little bit intimidated to go up to you. Just sort of by the depiction of that alone. But if you do work with this person, they do see you as a very steady and solid worker, an active contributor. So again, mentally, they're intrigued, but they're also, I will say, intimidated. Which is interesting because you have the same energy going on here, too. It's like, whether you're male or female, I'm getting that this is representing who you were looking at, right? So it's like, again, the fantasy of, oh my God, if I could only reach out and touch. it's funny, you both have put each other on a pedestal, but no one's coming into, at least currently, no one's coming in to like break bread or you know, to open up channels of communication. Why is the Four of Wands coming up mentally for Sagittarius? You guys may end up having your first discussion at some sort of social event or party. And so maybe this person isn't in any rush to reach out to you because, intuitively they know that when the time is right, your paths will cross, but they're not going to bend over backwards to make it happen. I think because they're, I will say, suspect or suspicious of your activity with those around. Again, they're feeling like you're spoken for or you're taken. So potentially with a Cancer, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but yeah, particularly a Cancer or a Pisces. And, oh, that's actually really cute. There's something about them there's something intimidating about that because they don't think they can measure up. Particularly if you do have like a fiance that is a Cancer or a Pisces, it makes them feel worthless. They may have, again, you guys may have introduced your spouse to them at some sort of like work party or whatever. This doesn't have to take place at work, but I don't know why for a lot of you it feels that way. They may have met your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend at a party and it made them feel like, oh, like I'm not good enough or I don't make as much as they do. Something about the money, the value, the worth, it came out in reverse. So it makes them feel like worthless or that, yeah, they could never measure up. Or something about they don't feel like they have as solid a foundation as you do, which is actually, no shade Sagittarius, it's actually the complete opposite. Because this relationship that you're currently at or coming out of, it was in disarray. It was anarchy. So there's something about a false guise about how other people view you in that relationship. They don't even know like the underpinnings of what was really going on. And so yeah, this person has a very surface level idea of what you're looking for in a relationship or even if you're like available. Something about they're looking through it, but it's a skewed perspective. And it might be an earth sign that's looking at you, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, particularly a Taurus. All right, so let's see emotionally where this person is at. So they do have the Lovers card. I love it. But again, like that extra third party, I think this is like the way that you fantasize about them. I think they may have that going on too potentially, but there's also this little like third party thing where they're just like, again, like peeking through the glass, this like glass here. There's something about that. So maybe that represents them. I don't know though. Sagittarius, you got some third party energy going on. I keep seeing it over and over. I think they're interested in you. I think they think about you in a, more than platonic way. Or I should say less than platonic. You may have even this isn't for most of you, but one or two of you may have even had like some sort of like running in with this person where you sort of walked away going, were they flirting with me? Like, I think they were flirting with me. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're a distraction at work. When they're at work, it's coming up in their emotions. When you're in the room, they can't focus on their work. They're feeling all crazy with like the love bug because they keep thinking about you. So yeah, you distract them from things that they need to get done. How hilarious is that card? Look at this, you guys. His little face, he's just like, oh, damn, Sagittarius. That's so cute. I love it. So what action are they taking? The Eight of Wands. All right, well, they got the action card. Fast, swift, rapid action, forward movement, progress, and it's lit with fire, right? It packs a lot of gusto. Interesting. All right, so just seeing how this lies, I think this person may actually eventually, because it's not going to happen, I think, for the next couple of weeks, but eventually they may rush in with some sort of offer. I think they're going to be careful in what they say because they're still not certain if you're available. But a couple things. They could rush in and just be like, fuck it, I'm going to say how I feel. Or they may rush in with some sort of offer like inviting you out on a date or something, but they're still having question marks of, I don't think they're taken, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, they have action showing up in their action section. I think they're going to move towards you. and you're waiting for it. You're just like, I think intuitively you sense that they're into you too. And like, I picture you just kind of like, oh boy, I can hardly wait. Yeah, they're taking action towards the Lovers. And the Lovers can sometimes indicate a choice between people too. So I think they decide to make a choice with you. And here there's only two people in it. When they emotionally think about you, they're worried about who that third party is. But because I don't think they're taken. I think they are single. I think they're moving in towards you to at least open the channels of communication and at least kind of figure out where you're at emotionally. You have the Lovers coming up twice, which is a card of Gemini. So a Gemini might figure into this as well as a Pisces. Sagittarius, this is complicated. What is some advice or guidance for my Sagittarians out there? Look through the situation. Something about the illusion and the disguise, what appears to be there versus what is really there. Sometimes we call this card like the master manipulator. I don't think it's in a malicious way, though, again, for the cross watchers, I may actually be speaking to you. For one or two of you, you may be dealing with a trickster, especially if you're sensing that there's third-party energy and you're not cool with that, or you may have confronted your person about it and they're constantly like, no, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about. That could be the stem of what all this argument has been about. But yeah, I mean, I got to call a spade a spade. There's a lot of third-party energy here. There may have even been like a pregnancy, like a side pregnancy that had to be like taken care of, whatever that even means, right? It may have, gone through or whatever. Romance angels, let your friendships help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, well, that doesn't give us any clarity, does it? There we go. All right, we're going to take these two. Attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully and give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Yeah, again, these are two different people. I can almost assure you of it. That's what this feels like. There's the one you're currently with. Are you sure you're ready to throw in the towel? Because it's like once you do, that's the final judgment call. Like you need to either cut it or embrace it. And if you're going to cut it, that's when you can welcome in new love and new attraction and start putting out those flirty vibes. But I'm sensing that either a lot of Saggies or cross watchers, you're putting out vibes in multiple areas with multiple people, and like your person is very intelligent. They will find out eventually. So just, yeah, I mean, look out for yourself, Sagittarius. Be wise, be very balanced, be logical. Be wise with how you choose to move forward with this. Ooh, this is a messy one, you guys. I was so excited to read for you, and I'm just like, oh, this feels weird. Zodiac signs that want to come out. Zodiac signs that want to come out in Sagittarius' reading. Zodiac signs. They don't want to come out. Zodiac signs. Sagittarius. Zodiac signs. There we go. Zodiac signs and Sagittarius is reading. Zodiac signs. Okay. All right. Let's see. You have Capricorn, Sagittarius. So that's you. Could also be dealing with another Sag. You did have a lot of Gemini energy. That doesn't surprise me. And then let's see. Virgo and Libra. This was definitely my Libra card. My Lady of the Scales, Lady of Logic. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if any of this makes sense, because none of it made any sense to me, but that's what the cards had to say. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Sagittarius.